De la revista Comunicații Mobile și Telecom TV, v-aș ruga, domnule comisar, să ne spuneți cum păstrați această inițiativă minunată de a face roaming-ul free din această vară, în măsura în care operatorii mobili la nivelul Europei deja au dublat sau chiar triplat abonamentele, incluzând acest roaming free, între ghilimele, în prețurile viitoare. Deci, practic, există riscul ca această măsură să vină ca un boomerang împotriva Comisiei Europene și să ajungem noi, abonații, să plătim 11 luni abonamente duble sau triple pentru a avea 2 săptămâni roaming free în Europa. Mulțumesc!
Yeah, as everybody knows, it wasn't an easy process to abolish those roaming surcharges in the European Union. As I said already, we started with this process in the year 2007. First cut of those roaming surcharges took place in the year 2009. And I think all the people they remember about those discussions we had in the year 2009. Operators, they said that now they have to increase prices for those people who will maybe never travel to some other EU member states. Those poor people living in countryside, they have to pay bills of those rich people traveling in some other EU member states. But when it happened, we cut first time those roaming surcharges. Then operators said that yes, we lost in margins, but we gained in volumes, and it was even profitable for our company to cut those roaming surcharges. Because surprisingly, people were traveling in some other EU member states and they started to use their mobile devices. I was Prime Minister and I faced many times the same type of situations. Operators, they say, now there will be end of the world, domestic crisis will increase rapidly, but what we saw in real life, we saw that prices, it doesn't matter. Talking about SMS or voice minutes or data prices, decreased everywhere in the European Union. This is a result. So, now, as I said, last May we were able to cut 75% of those roaming surcharges, and altogether, in comparison with the year 2009, we were able to cut 92% of SMS roaming surcharges for SMS and voice minutes, and even 96% for data. It seems that why they had organize some debates about abolishing of roaming surcharges. It's done. It's almost done already. If they were able to cut 96% of those roaming surcharges for data, then what's the problem to deal with those other 4 percentage points? But there is a problem, and it's complicated issue. Operators in southern countries, in Malta, Cyprus, Croatia, for example, they had to make investments to provide services to tourists visiting those beautiful countries only during the free summer month. And it means those operators will be not able to get revenues during the other 9 months. And it's very natural to ask for higher prices during the free summer month when those clients are visiting those countries. So those operators and governments in southern countries, they don't want to increase prices for people who will maybe never travel to some other EU member state. We have to protect those people and those operators in southern countries. But at the same time, we know that in some countries, in some regions, in Scandinavian region, for example, those packages offered by operators, they are really generous and prices are really affordable. In Finland, for example, people can buy for the same amount of money 100 times more gigabytes than people in Hungary, for example. And if prices are at a quite low level, then people would like to use those gigabytes. Average consumption in Finland is 11 gigabytes per month. Average consumption for the whole European Union is just 1 tiny gigabyte. So, when we will not set any kind of limits, fair use policy principles, etc., then maybe somebody will start to use those generous packages, Scandinavian packages in countries where prices are on a much higher level as virtual operators. So it will create real difficulties for those most efficient and innovative operators. We have to protect those operators and also those people living once again somewhere in countryside, maybe never traveling to some other EU member states. I think we were able to find this good compromise, and everybody will be happy with this result. My family from Estonia is now in Brussels. Family of my first daughter, they have 4 children. I can see how people, my family members, they would like to use their mobile phones to discuss with their friends and so on. They didn't think even about things like this a year ago. When talking about people traveling across the European Union, we don't have to talk about well-paid commissioners and their family members. We have to talk about our own children, for example. Singing in choir, visiting some festival somewhere else, even excursions in schools to some other countries. But parents, they have to say to their children, no, don't call me. Don't use your iPad and don't have a look on Facebook. No way. It's not a correct message. I think we had to abolish those roaming surcharges in the European Union already 20 years ago, but unfortunately it took a little bit more time, and I really hope all the operators, they will deal also with those issues in a very responsible way. In southern countries, too often those operators, they say that if there will be more tourists, they have to increase their investments. And it's a linear correlation. But I don't think so. Everybody is able to understand that when there will be more tourists, those operators, they don't have to buy a new piece of land, to put new tower on this piece of land. In the majority of cases, it's about quite small investments to increase volume of services. And everybody is able to understand that if consumption volumes will increase, then those expenditures per unit, they have to decrease. So, I think it was a good achievement, and we have to go on with other proposals. I touched this unjustified geo-blocking issue. This is an issue also for Romanian people. We organized a mystery shopping survey in the European Commission. 2% of those people who wanted to buy some goods and services from another country, they couldn't get access to those websites because they were from wrong countries. They were from Romania, or from Estonia, or from Belgium, Netherlands, UK, anyway, from wrong countries. Okay, 2%, almost nothing. Why we have to deal with those 2%? But 27% of those people who were able to get access to those websites, they couldn't register it, because once again, they were from wrong countries. their IP address was wrong. Well, 32% of those people who didn't have any kind of problems with the registration, they faced with delivery problems, which are natural problems. To find solution for those problems, we launched our parcel delivery proposal, but 26% of those people who didn't have any kind of problems with the delivery issues, they couldn't pay. We have SEPA in the European Union, a single European payments area, but nevertheless, 26% of people, they couldn't pay because they said your credit card was issued in the wrong country. In Romania, in Estonia, in Germany, in France, anyway, somewhere in the European Union, in the wrong country. And my rhetoric question is this about single market we would like to have in the European Union when only every third person is able to conclude their purchases successfully? The message is clear. We have to abolish those unjustified geo-blockings, as we did with the roaming surcharges in the European Union. And your support for this is definitely needed. Thank you.